Soon be some changes coming to bus routes throughout our area. Metro officials announcing those proposed changes back in May, calling it the Better Bus Network Redesign. And you know, it's sparking a lot of concern and conversation, particularly in the Bloomingdale neighborhood of Northwest D.C., where more routes could be added. Our Melissa Kim spoke to some of the people in that area who say their community is already too congested.
Well, according to WMATA's Better Bus Proposal Redesign, bus service here on North Capitol Street will be revised with possible alternate routes, which will include one down First Street Northwest, leaving people who live here in Bloomingdale with concerns in what they say is an already heavy traffic area.
Route G8 to Farragut Square. Longtime
D.C. resident Nick Carton moved to Bloomingdale 3 years ago after living in Logan Circle and Shaw.
We like our quiet neighborhood. We moved over here for a reason.
Thaddeus Saylor has lived on North Capitol Street for 7 years and calls it a cozy neighborhood. But the frequent traffic can be a nuisance.
These large vehicles are shaking literally the foundations of the houses that we're in. I'm constantly rearranging the paintings that I have in my house.
So when the Washington Metropolitan Area Transit Authority announced a proposal for major changes to its bus system, both were immediately worried about how it would affect their streets.
People use First Street and then this street here, Seton, as an access to get to North Cap. But at rush hour, you can't get around this neighborhood. We don't even leave the house in the afternoon because of that reason.
Both say they're not opposed to expanding bus routes.
I love taking the bus.
I'm pro-bus. I think public transportation is fantastic.
But they want to make sure their concerns aren't forgotten.
There needs to strike a chord and a balance between understanding that, yes, there are people in these neighborhoods.
Adding, more traffic to our neighborhood, which is lovely and slow and has strollers and dogs and kids everywhere. People use our street as a cut-through.
In a statement, a WMATA spokesperson tells us in part that anytime there is change, some people will be happy and some will not. They want to make the bus network as usable as possible to as many people as possible, and that the changes on First Street Northwest in Bloomingdale would bring 4 buses an hour. Metro officials tell us they're encouraging people to share their feedback on the proposal on their website. You can do that until next Monday, July 15th at 5 p.m. They say they'll review all of those comments before coming up with a final plan later this year. In Northwest, Melissa Kim, WUSA 9.